What's up, y'all?
What up, and welcome to the All Circles Media Podcast. This is the Thursday show, and of course, it is I, your resident comedian, Tai, the icon, Tai Williams. And next to me, as usual, is the incomparable Adam Robb.
I guess I'm incomparable.
Indeed, you are the reason that we do this. Without you, we could not have done any of this. So go ahead, give yourself a round of applause real quick.
Feels weird doing it, give myself applause, but
There you go. So across from me, actually, is a good friend of mine. Please introduce yourself real quick.
Oh, yeah, no, Duke Watson. You know Dookie. You know, you think Dookie, you think me. I shouldn't have done that. That was terrible. Can we restart? I'm just playing. Duke Watson, I'm a comedian. What's up?
This guy actually is fucking super hilarious. Actually, I saw him the first time at the Funny Stop. That's where we met. I was there doing
Funny Stop.
Oh yeah. It's a great place. Check it out if you guys ever get a chance to. I mean, they do Wednesday shows, right?
Yeah, Wednesday got the open mics, and then they have different shows on they got a cool show on Thursdays and.
Hell yeah. So definitely shout out to Funny Stop. It's a good place to go watch some comedy.
Oh yeah.
But so today we have Duke Watson here, and we're gonna give him a bit of an interview. We're gonna do him a little while ago, but he actually just recently had a baby. So
yes, made a baby.
Hell yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, that's good.
Got a new baby.
Yeah.
Not used.
Not used.
Not used. Still got the new baby smell.
Yes.
Right off the lot.
Yeah, fresh off the lot.
Hell yeah.
I did minimal. I didn't do much.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there the whole time while this baby was being made.
Word.
Yeah,
I've been
you were present.
Yeah, I was there. I've been making this bit, and it's like, I'm not trying to if making a baby was a winery, my responsibility is just the guy who sits there and smashes grapes. I just smash some grapes, and then like my girlfriend is like the barrel.
Oh, okay.
She's shaped, and I'm just kidding. and then I go but she's really like the wine expert who's like, yeah, I aged this thing 9 months, and like each month there was different things that we had to add to make it the best possible outcome. And I was like, the whole time I was like, should I just smash more?
That's
more grapes.
Dope ass premise, actually, for real.
Yeah.
But so tell us a little bit about yourself. Like outside of what I'm saying, your new baby. How old are you exactly?
I am 22.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God, man. Dude's doing big things at 22 already. So what are you into? What are some of your interests? And also try to tell us what also got you into comedy? Like, what I'm saying, just give us the basics.
So I just have been since I started comedy, I'm just kind of hyper obsessed with comedy most of the time. But I play Pokemon on my Switch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hang out and do I like to have some beers.
Some beers.
Yeah, I do comedy, and then about me, I don't think about that much. I'm always trying to write a joke. But yeah. What got me into comedy though was I actually got into podcasting first, just because I loved all the stand-up comedians podcast and stand-up comedy. I was always a huge fan, and then I started a podcast, and I was doing I was trying to be motivational, and then I realized that was dumb as hell, and because it just wasn't me. That's just not who I am. I'm not gonna be get up, do your thing. I was just in that mode, excited about starting a podcast when when I got further in, I was I want to just goof around and talk and pull crap and have a good time. And so I actually interviewed some comedians, and then I went to see some of their shows at the Funny Stop, and then I was like, dang, I really want to do this. And it took me a couple months to work up the courage, and I wrote so many jokes that I will never let those jokes touch the stage. I wrote probably 15, 16 joke ideas, and I fit 3 to 5 joke ideas in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I wrote a bunch of them, and then I would never use any of those again. But and then I went to the Funny Stop, and I don't think I missed a week of comedy until the month I was having my baby for a year and 4 months, and I just went to the Funny Stop every week, every bar open mic I could, and just getting those reps in. Yeah, I have so much fun with it.
That's how you have to do it for real. You know what I'm saying? When it gets you, it gets you. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's
what's the hardest thing about when you're first up there? Like, I know the Funny Stop is dope because like I feel like a lot of times like they're like when you go to you have this fear that like everybody at a comedy club is like judging you, but the Funny Stop is dope because like I feel like the community that you guys have is like very supportive.
Yeah, the community is very
if someone's
supportive.
bombing, they're like, it's all right, you got this, man.
Yeah, we just did the it's pretty supportive, and like it's nice compared to like doing a lot of bar shows just because like the people who came, they paid $6, so they're like, I want to laugh. I paid $6. I'm gonna
There's an
try.
expectation,
Yeah, they're gonna try to laugh. If the people are just at the bar and they didn't happen to come, if they aren't the people who came for the show, it's hard to get them to like, be a part of your crowd.
Yeah.
But at least everyone there's paying attention, which is
Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
That is like the hard thing, like because
It's nice for a beginner to have people paying attention.
and
It
like
helps you build confidence.
yeah, and I feel like a lot of times like expectations going into like for the audience, like that it is so huge because there are those places that you play that are like random bars where people aren't expecting to, and it's so much harder because like most people are. It's kind of like when you're like riding in like if you're like in inner city and you're riding like a bus and like someone like there's I forget who had a joke like that. I think it was John Mulaney, and he was like then you see some guy pull up like get into the cart with a guitar, and then somebody comes in with a drum. And then someone comes in with an accordion. Oh no! It's a mariachi band.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't ask for this. And I feel like a lot of times, like the bars that you do when you're first starting comedy are like that situation where it's like, I know you guys didn't really maybe come here to laugh, but I'm gonna sling some jokes your way.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have to do it at every show we host.
I was doing a bar show last year in Highland Square. I was supposed to the show was supposed to start, and our show literally got stolen by a mariachi band. Like it was like right around the Cinco de Mayo, a mariachi band. Like we had the show scheduled. Like the owner was like, "Yeah, you guys have the show." Like we were set up for comedy. Like everything was on stage. Mariachi band walks in, plays for an hour and a half.
That's messed up.
Dude, I
feel like Highland Square would be hard for comedy because it's like a bunch of hipsters and.
It's all right. It's hit or miss nights, but it's not bad.
Okay. What bar was it?
It was Barmacy.
Barmacy. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were down there in Barmacy, and the mariachi band walked in, and we were all like, "Well, we're gonna wait till after this mariachi band and tell our jokes to no one if we have to." And we did. We all told our jokes.
I mean, that's what it's honestly. Sometimes for me, that's just what it's about. Like, I just want to be heard. You know what I mean? Whenever, especially when I get up there, it's just kind of like I just want to not only see if these land, but I just want to make sure they're entertained. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to waste their money. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm doing a good job, but that kind of requires a crowd. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Just
I'll still tell my jokes to like 6 or 7 people because I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do this shit. But like it's a whole different feeling when you're doing it to a room full of people and like you got everybody like on the same level of just like, you know what I'm saying? Just being like thoroughly like satisfied with what's being done on stage. You know what I mean?
just that feeling, yeah. Like having a room full of people and like making like getting a big boom of laughter, right?
Oh, it's addicting, bro.
Yeah, and then just walking off the stage and being like, "Holy crap! I just made so many people laugh." Yeah,
it's oh man,
that came from my stupid ideas.
Like, it's exhilarating for real. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and it's not that they're even like forced to listen to me for real. It's just like they actually are choosing to, and now I'm doing something that like takes a lot of heart and like, you know what I'm saying, like practice to like really perfect. So when it does actually like go well, it's a really fucking like, it's an amazing feeling. I can only imagine that's probably what like, you know, an actor feels like whenever he like does really well in his movie, or like whenever like they get like a round of applause on fucking like Broadway, you know what I mean? When they get like a standing ovation on Broadway type shit, like that's what I'd probably equate it to. So I mean, like even though like it's definitely two different things, you know what I'm saying? Like it sometimes it is acting when you're on stage doing comedy, but most of the time it's just us trying to put our ideas out there and making sure they're well received enough to where like even if they're fucking weird, you know what I'm saying, the people are still entertained.
Yeah, and I like to kind of like craft a joke. Like I like to take a joke and tell it, and then like try and change the lines and tell it a different way, and then like prepare like I use the like random at the competitions as the funny stop kind of as like a metric, and like by every competition I like to try and turn over new set of jokes, and like or like if I have a joke from the last set I have to try something new on it. So like I'm trying to like really make a joke as good as possible and like work on a joke for a long time, so that way as my ideas can come at whenever they come. My joke ideas can just, you know, I'm driving, it pops up, I get it down. something funny happens, I get it down. I don't have to feel pressured to make new jokes. I can work on whatever I got.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best things I think about comedy for real is that like the one aspect of it that is probably the most fun is that a lot of it is just what happens to you in real life, just retold. You feel me?
Just the dumb situations.
Oh hell yeah, because you can't make that shit up. Like that's the best part about comedy is it's authentic. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's the authenticity of like the shit that just happens to us. You know, the random, wild, crazy shit that nobody thinks to write down.
Do you guys use the voice notes in your phone a lot for?
It depends. If I'm strapped for time, maybe. But like,
if I'm really like, if I'm like in the car and I'm not gonna write down a note, I'll turn on my camera and try and say my idea out loud.
Yeah.
And then look back at it.
Sometimes like, cause I there was once upon a time I wanted to delve into the stand up world, and I always came up with really good premises, but the punchline eluded me, which is most important part of the joke.
Yeah.
It's execution, you know what I'm saying? Like even if it takes a minute to get to the punchline, you know, like obviously the punchline is required, but like a lot of it's in the delivery as well.
Yeah, and I think it's so much. I think coming up with punchlines is like comes, like I feel like I had a lot of premises when I first started, but being able to come up with the good punchline for that premise is like something that you have to try that so many different ways to find the one that works.
Yeah.
And so like it's like that's one of the things I think punchlines come from reps.
Yeah.
Very
at least
difficult.
in my experience.
Oh, yeah, very, very difficult.
Yeah, because sometimes like you think the punchline's funny to you, and then you try it out, and like you're like just nothing.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
you're like, well, that didn't work.
And you kind of have to try it to see if it works. Like, and like that, and in comedy, like it's one of those things that you kind of have to get on stage for, because like it's not as beneficial if you're just doing it to a group of your friends, because they're most likely biased. You feel me? Like, so it's just like it's something you gotta really like stretch your legs on for real.
I have a hard time. Like, there's sometimes like I'll tell like a lot of my just funniness comes from like inside jokes, like
My dad.
but like nobody knows what that means.
Yeah, I mean, like if people watch the show, they know. But like,
yeah, now they feel like they get it, but like there's like certain jokes that I like in our group, even in our group of friends, that like I'll say something to someone that's not a part of the, like not in our circle, and I'll be like, oh yeah, they don't get why this is hilarious.
How many times a day do you say "my dad" to
It's
your
like
wife?
a tick. No, it's weird. I don't know what happened to me.
Dude, same. My girlfriend is pissed. My girlfriend is
It's
so
like-
mad. I've got her daughter saying it. It's fucking it's hilarious. It's straight up like
So-
my girlfriend.
I don't even know where it started. Was it Charlie?
It was definitely Charlie. Like we have
Yeah.
this inside joke here at the office to where like, all right, so our buddy Charlie, I don't know what his actual relationship is with his dad, but he'll just his version of comedy is just like blaming everything on him. So like, say we're about to go home and he doesn't want to like stop chilling. He's like, y'all about to leave? And I'm just like, well, yeah, dude, we all got like jobs. We gotta leave. He's like, nah, y'all can't leave. Yeah, we not done chilling. It's like, nah, we leaving, bro. He's like, damn, so y'all just gonna walk out just like my dad, bro. You feel me? He'll say it to his wife. He'll say it to fucking anybody.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's at least 25% of stand-up comedy. I'm pretty sure.
Literally. And it's just like it's so basically there's just a running joke around the office to where like anytime anything happens or anytime we like see or greet each
just
other
blame it on my dad.
in the or just in the middle of a fucking sentence, we'll just be like, my dad, you know, like for no reason. And I'll say my girlfriend would just ask me like, hey, did you eat all the fucking did you use all the fucking grape jelly? And I was just like, I don't know, maybe. You know who did? And she was like, who? My dad. She fucking gets it.
Yeah, it's oh man,
So
It's great.
fun though. So fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like so this water bottle, right? Me and my girlfriend got matching water bottles.
Oh, there you go.
It's pretty. It's not cool. But like, you know, when I'm sitting around in our place and we're just both sipping our water bottles, I feel perfectly normal. But when I am drinking through this little straw and I'm making like a suck action in front of men, I feel really emasculated. You guys are thinking it now too. I should have said anything. You guys are like, dang, look at him drinking his bitch water.
See, the thing about it is these are reflective, so now you have to watch yourself. Like,
Dude, this water bottle makes me so insecure about my
you
manhood.
have to face your shame.
It's too big in my hands. It just like
I got it's an 18 ouncer, and it's got the same thing like the flip down, and it's like there's something nice about having like they call it like a emotional support water bottle. You're like anywhere I go now, I'm like if I don't have that, it feels off. Like I'm like I have to have this with me.
Do you not feel agitated? Is that the
like-
problem?
I'm like my mouth starts feeling dry, and I'm like something's wrong here. Like, I'm missing something.
It's like I crave the hydration.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're on psychedelic
I know.
drugs.
This is water.
Psychedelic drugs. You're like, this is my item.
Yeah.
This is my.
And then my wife's like, oh man, my head is like killing me. I was like, have you drank like water today? And she's like, no. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
Dude, how dare you?
like there's just some people that just never. That's not like their go-to move is drinking water.
Dude, my girlfriend will like if she leaves her water bottle in the car and she doesn't go out to her car till the afternoon the next day, she will not drink any water until she gets her water bottle and like gets it refilled. Like if she doesn't have her water bottle, she's not gonna go get a cup.
Yeah, like
That's
like I never drink water out of a cup unless I like put like one of those like squirt bottle thing like
I'll drink water out of the bathroom
the
sink.
Neos or something.
The good old days.
And the best was like, do you guys ever do this like as a kid? You like come in from playing like some kind of game, kid game outside, and you just like kind of when you ate that chip, you just go straight for the like under.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, just
Yep.
straight from faucet to your stomach.
The old vertical water fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, farm to table. We call it.
Dude, yeah, what'd you think of that video though? You said you watched it.
Yeah. Though I couldn't believe that I would never. If you guys would have asked me to eat that chip right now after I saw if I didn't see the video, I would have probably been like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this chip. But if you guys would have been like, you want to eat the one chip challenge now, I would probably take the headphones off, hang them back up real nice, and grab my coat.
And be like, I'm out of here. So you guys,
I'm not getting involved.
Oh, it was awful, dude. The hemorrhoid took like so long to go away. It was fucking ridiculous. I hated it, bro. Like it was the stomach pain afterwards is what actually made it like super not worth it. Cause like once the fucking heat went away, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like yeah, it was fucking hot. But like damn, it felt like someone reached up my asshole, grabbed my colon, turned it inside out, and then filled it with fucking like knives or something.
Oh my god!
And then put it right back there. I was just like, oh my god, it hurts so bad.
That's terrible.
just
But-
dipped it in hot sauce.
Oh yeah, for sure. But once it was all over with, it was just like, you know what? That's the last thing I'm gonna do for clout.
That video did pretty good. I mean,
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But that's the thing about trying to stay relevant in the fucking media space, because it's like
Yeah,
we're comedians, so we have to be on the internet like everybody else in order for us to even like reach the vast amount of audiences that are capable of being reached, because it's not like the old days where you actually had to just like where people actually went to go see comedy clubs. A lot of it's done on the internet now. Like if I don't have a fucking list of 100 shorts of my jokes, I'm just not going to be seen.
Yeah.
who are some of you guys
And I suck at doing that, and I hate doing that.
You have to stay
I'm so bad at the
consistent, and I
internet.
don't like the internet.
So
He
bad.
hates
at
the
it.
Makes me
gram,
feel.
really.
I really hate it. My name is I Hate the Gram on Instagram purely because of that. Like they're gonna pay me to say it one day.
Yeah, dude. The internet is not my friend. I'm no good at it.
But it's required.
Yeah, I try. I'm trying my hardest.
There's sometimes like it like I have a hard. I'm getting better at like posting stuff, but the hardest part is like I get this fear that like if there's like a few people that I know are commenting, it's great, but I'm afraid of like when it gets so big that there's just people just trolling in the comments, and I'm like, how am I gonna emotionally?
There's gonna be a Reddit page
deal
made
with
about
that.
us one day. You know that,
Dude,
right?
I got
Someone's
like
gonna make a Reddit
6
page about us.
Gmails from my entire lifetime. I'm gonna troll this video so hard with those fake Gmails.
Just like that guy with the beard sucks. Why is he even on this podcast?
That's it. You gotta be prepared for it, because it's kind of like what you're asking for.
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
You know what I
basically,
mean?
like,
when you think about it, like if that's the goal is to be at least a little famous, like you're gonna have to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is gonna suck ass, like a lot, especially because like you know what I'm saying, most of us have families and shit, and I don't know about you, but it's just like as an adult, obviously it's fucking the anonymity of the internet really just
it
allows people to do such a thing. So why even get mad about it? Because I'm never gonna fucking meet this person, but it still hurts. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you somebody's gonna say
That would make me so
wild
happy
shit,
if someone would hate on my content. Like
Yeah.
I would like honestly it would
I
like
made it.
it would bring joy to my heart. I'm a little bit messed up. Like the other day I was in the Acme parking lot and like some guy dinged his car on the pole and I watched him like get out and be like, "Oh." And I was like at first I was like, "Oh, that sucks," but then I was like,
Sorry, dude.
like I was like, it wasn't me.
It's like, well, damn.
It brought me a little bit of joy to see this man's day ruined. So I think I'm a little messed up.
Dude, one of my favorite things this winter was when we had that like crazy freeze where like everywhere was like frozen, and there was parts of the country where like people were trying to leave, walk down the street. And somebody was like in their house, like recording someone walking down the street and like just slowly sliding down the street. And then somebody tried to go over and help get them up, and then they'd fall down and they'd start sliding down the street. Oh man, it was the funniest shit. And then there was one I saw where this guy or this girl, she was like trying to like leave, probably like to go to a job or something. You know, like at that point you just call off. But she like got in her car, didn't even turn this, like got this thing like almost like she must have put this thing in drive, and it would just started like once she released the brake, it just started sliding backwards, smashed into another car. That car started drifting a little bit, and it was like a 3-car pileup, and she barely put her feet on the gas. It was like the craziest thing. I was like, oh man, but it was funny because I was just rolling through TikTok like seeing one after the other. I'm like, these dumbasses.
Dude, y'all chaotic as hell.
dude, you know, I swear I know you from somewhere.
Maybe. Yeah.
I can't. I've been trying to think of where it is.
I mean, DJ'd a few weddings. Maybe you've seen him there.
I don't know. I'll think of it. Let's move on.
It'll happen. That's one of those things that happens like at like 1 a.m. when you like are about to drift off. You're like, oh yeah.
I know where it was. Last week. The Kanye support rally. Yeah, you were all up in there like you were like Kanye can't say anything wrong. Was that not you? I'm pretty sure it was you. I saw you. I was like, I was there, but I was just doing like research.
Oh yeah,
I was there, but
oh man, we've been talking about that on this podcast.
Yeah. I hate that I can't listen to him in public anymore.
Yeah. Has he been?
Dude, I listened to Power on the way over here.
It was a different kind of power. Was it a different kind of power that you were singing?
Dude, Ty.
What a guy.
I have like a lot of black friends.
I feel like I'm inclined to believe you purely because we're in this room right now. And I'm the one that's outnumbered, so we're just going to say yes.
Every white guy's defense for anything. I got like a bunch of black friends.
A lot of them. That's one of my favorite jokes to tell on stage. It's like whenever I meet my white girlfriend's white parents for the first time, they act like they've never seen a black person before. They have no idea what to say. It's like, oh, my uncle's cousin's grandma's best friends with one of y'all. Like, thank you, sir.
My mom will be like, on my 23andMe, I'm 2% black.
I was like, it's 2%. I'm also like, 8% Cherokee.
Yeah, man, that's what I feel like. That's what my mom would say.
People hype it up if you have just a little bit.
It's the
like
craziest
of
thing
Native
about white
American
folks to
in
me.
your blood.
I swear to God, it's the craziest thing about white folks to me is that y'all like really hold on to that.
Yeah, we're like, look, it's like
y'all be 11 different flavors of white. Y'all be like Germanic, Slovakian, all this other bullshit. And then it's like, but I'm Cherokee, which means that I get to live on the. No, it doesn't. I
got literally everything. I'm like a mutt person. Like my ancestry is just horny. Like it's literally just whoever was horny around town because nobody I'm surprised, like that like everyone was mixing all these things because like they say that like everyone like hated each other, but my family obviously did not care. They just were like,
I was like, nah, we mingling, bro.
Yeah, like they were like I'm literally like so many different things that I don't know. Like,
you just haven't checked yet. Maybe you should do it.
Yeah,
if you did 23andMe, it'd say all the above.
Yeah, I got like it's like Irish, Italian, Macedonian, freaking a little bit of Korean Indian. Got a little like so much different crap.
Most of those are still white. Though.
I'm an American. It's just American.
You're just a melting pot, bro.
Yeah, I'm just an American. I'm pretty sure like my ancestry is like people who like ran rum or something sometime.
Probably.
Isn't it crazy how like there's a large amount of the population that's related to Genghis Khan?
Well, I mean, of the Asian population.
Just because he was so prolific in that area.
I find that pretty cool in certain ways, but then when you look
also
at it,
so messed up.
Yeah, it's also really super messed up when you think about it, like even deeper.
Yeah, I wrote a terrible joke about Genghis Khan, like, when I first had my baby. I guess I'll say it right now. It's terrible. All right, so when my baby first came out, we took her first pictures, and everyone was like, "She kind of looks a little Asian." And I was like, "That's just that Genghis Khan in me."
Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I didn't think I literally scrapped that one before I ever told it. I might have to bring that one back.
I'd say you got to try it out at least once.
Just try it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of jokes about Kanye that I need to
unleash.
Test before.
Isn't that crazy? He just got married to some random girl.
Do you guys think Kanye's crazy or is he like?
I think he's unwell. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's unwell.
Do you think he's I think he's gonna like he'll be like he won't. I feel like he's trying to say something that isn't as crazy. And he's just doing it in the craziest way possible.
I believe that. I mean, like, because we all thought the same thing about Jim Carrey there for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like he's always been trying to speak out against media and like the big, like whoever he pictures as his big like
enemies
in his way. Who's in his way? Who's causing trouble in his life? Pretty much.
It's just at this point though to lose all that money and then like access to like the only family you have left, because you know what I'm saying. It just seems like a really weird way to go about it if you didn't have at least I don't know, maybe like a fail-safe in place to where like, you know, you wouldn't lose damn near everything.
Yeah, I feel like he's like he just like
he's like disappeared. Like nobody's like.
I mean, he got married. Like I found that out, but like
there was like a season there, like a week where he was eating at random like.
He was at like
Quiznos. He was at like at a Quiznos subs,
like,
just by himself, and you're like.
What is he doing?
What's happening here?
I think he's trying to like relive like the common man to like he has to rediscover what it's like to be poor.
He was at a Denny's just chilling.
He
3 a.m.
He's got to be just going through something.
Right.
I mean,
He's in there having a panic attack at Walmart as we speak because he forgot what it was like to shop there. Like,
Dude, I literally like the line from his Alex Jones interview. I will repeat that on the regular. I'll just be with my friends and I'm like, there's a lot I like about. I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, you don't want people to misquote you.
I don't want to get your guys' algorithm all messed up. I'm gonna just get you guys.
Man, that was the most surreal thing because like in that
wild.
context, Alex Jones looks so normal.
Oh yeah,
that was
he looked like
right.
He looked like the most normal person in the world.
Like, I was just like, dude.
You forget that he's like one of the most like. Just the amount of just crazy kind of people in that room at that moment in time was like insurmountable.
It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, man. Like a lot of weird shit be happening in the world, and it's just kind of like, if we don't make jokes about it, it'll probably destroy us eventually. So it's kind of like,
I mean, what's there not? I mean, we're all like, it's all gonna like we're all gonna die, and this planet's gonna die, and the sun's gonna explode. Like, why not?
I mean, the Earth's core is just stop spinning. Yeah, you guys hear about that?
Spinning in the opposite direction now.
Or who knows what that's gonna do?
Yeah, like we'll just
they actually
just
moved
laugh
the
while we're here.
You know that metaphorical doomsday clock they came up with back during the Cold War? Or
oh yeah, it's like 90 seconds.
Yeah,
to doom.
We still use that thing.
I was like, what does that mean?
That means that anywhere from tomorrow or a century from now, the world's gonna end.
That's a big gap, though.
It's a really big fucking gap. But it's just like, okay, well, in retrespect, you think about it like, okay, like a century. That's probably like, I don't know, 50, like half of that from now, maybe, is probably when the planet's going to be like, you know, past the point of no return. But it's just like, at this point, I think we still got some time.
Yeah, I watched a video today. It was on, I think it was CNN. They were interviewing this, like, what's his name? He's in a lot of those, like weird conspiracy movies, but he's, like, or like documentaries, but he's also like a physicist or something. I don't know his name. But he was like, it didn't make me feel more calm about it because he was like, there's nothing to worry about. And he's like, it might happen like every 70 to, 1,000 years. And we're like, that's a big gap.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it might be a problem. It might not, but don't lose any sleep over it. And I was like, you know something, don't you? You know something, dude.
Like, really? No, if something's gonna like hit us or whatever, like there's nothing we can do.
I mean, like realistically speaking, my roommate asked me the other day. I think he was obviously being facetious, but he was just like, "Do you think that All Circles Media could still operate like in a nuclear apocalypse?" And I was just like, "Bro, like, do you have any idea how specific the situation would have to be for all of us to be in the same fucking area at the same time when the world would have just so happened to end?"
Yeah, the world ends. You guys are like, we gotta get this on YouTube.
Yeah, we're out doing a fucking show or something. I'm just like, you gotta be fucking.
It's like that. You ever seen that? This is the end. Yeah. With, Seth Rogen and stuff like that.
That was a really good movie though.
That'd be hilarious. Like our entire group, like we were just in this house when like the apocalypse happens. Like the shenanigans that would happen.
I mean, I just hope it isn't a similar apocalypse because I don't want to. I mean, like, it's gonna suck, but it's just like whatever form that takes. I feel like leading up to it, I'm just gonna try and live the best life possible and just try and do what I need to do to. I don't know, maybe like. If I find out any more information about it that makes me worry any more than I do, then I'll just maybe try and do something about it at this point in time. But as a single individual, there's not anything I can do on my own to like, prolong it or fucking, to figure out what to do about it. It's a waiting game no matter what happens. As far as we know, it could be World War III, it could be fucking aliens, it could be whatever the fuck. Who knows?
Yeah, dude. If I'm on stage and I got my 5-minute set and the alarm goes off and it's like 10 minutes till the nuke hits Akron, and everyone gets the alert on their phones, I'm not getting off stage. You can't. Like, I'm going to go over on my time, and I'm going to tell jokes until I blow up.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's a
well-
good way to go out, man. Let's go out laughing.
Do it. He did what he loved.
He did what he lived.
Everyone's going to be like running to get to their loved ones, and I'm going to be like, you're not going to make it, dude. Just chill. Have a drink.
There was on TikTok. There was a account, like a video. I think I saved it somewhere. If I find it, I'll send it. But it was like this guy. He was like the funny things I would do if like I got that notification that like a bomb was gonna explode, and he was like running around like just chugging beers, like just doing some crazy stuff in his house, and he's like, I don't know. Oh, I mean, it was so funny, but you just had to be there, you know.
There was this one bit I could never work out that like the people on the Titanic, like who like the different generations were on the Titanic, and it was always like, you know, like the baby boomers were like the first to the boats, like they were like they were like friggin' they knew what to do. The millennials are like the people running around, like what the fuck is going on? And then the Gen Z is the people raiding the bar. We knew it was gonna go down.
It's like, we're getting fucked up before we die.
Yeah,
And they're literally just doing stupid dances and like. That's my generation. We're the worst.
Just doing the Fortnite dance before death.
Yeah,
Fortnite dances.
We like think memes are life, and then but like we do party.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like,
oh,
that's
it's
what we
time.
had
It's
going.
be real time.
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
guys. Oh my gosh, to be real, get in here.
It's one of them things where it's just like, I don't know, man. I've always thought that, like, even generationally speaking, like, what makes people laugh has always been something that's been interesting to me, because, like, what we used to find funny, like, back in the day, and how, like, I don't even know what to call it, like, how, like, the zeitgeist or whatever you want to say has, like, completely changed to where it's, like, now just about everything's offensive. So it's just kind of, like, it's really hard.
I mean, it's always changing. Like when I was starting comedy, it was like right when they reopened everything in Ohio. So like it was still in COVID, like everyone was wearing masks and stuff, but they had comedy shows and it was just distance and they cleaned the mics. So then like everyone had like jokes about COVID then, but like if you try and tell a mask joke now, it's like boo, like it's like like unless you have like a really good like freaking joke about the whole thing, it's like no one wants to hear about that anymore. And that was just like everyone had jokes about it. Like
what a fever dream we all went through. Isn't that like it's
craziest
such
era of my entire life, and I was
like
like
we all went through this collective like trauma.
I had a blast.
And we all just like
I was sitting at home getting paid.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Played a lot of video games. Yeah.
I was delivering.
You and your girlfriend locked up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think I did have a baby.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, I
think it was towards
Corona
the end of
baby.
that, no, I think I get it might be considered, but she was just born last month in December.
Oh yeah,
So that would have been like 2022.
It would have been like at the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, beginning.
Right around my birthday, somewhere around.
Oh, there you go. Right. But yeah, I just delivered Domino's and listened to podcasts about how the world was going, and I'm like,
I was
this
working
is
at
crazy, bro.
I was working at Dunkin'.
Smoke a little weed and you're like, holy crap, it's happening tonight.
And then like it was just like because that like thinking about 2020, just the scope of things that happened.
Oh, dude,
like,
remember the riots and shit? Like,
there was riots like literally every week in different parts of the country.
I
just
I
barely
participated.
remember.
It was wild. It was really wild. My one buddy has a picture of him like standing next to a burning cop car in Cleveland. It's wild.
That's crazy. Yeah, then like there was
Even in
literally,
Canton, it had like there were people walking around and
Oh yeah, we
like,
blocked off the highway.
Yeah, it started like moving into Massillon when I was delivering for Domino's. I'm like, can I just like go home? I really don't feel like accidentally like turning a corner and there's like people like get the Domino's guy.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, he's got pizza.
He's got pizza over there.
We during COVID, they never shut all bars down except for like that 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
and they let bars that had outdoor service seat people apart. So there was a bar right next to my house with outdoor service, and we'd borrow my dad's pontoon boat and just pontoon to the bar and get.
Dude, there you go.
Where
do you live at?
I live near Portage Lakes.
Oh, dope.
So
That's
like,
dope.
we were on Portage Lakes, and we just go to the outdoor bar and just
dope.
drink all day on weekdays because I was working at Starbucks, and they just gave me my average weekly pay for like a month and a half because they shut down. They were like super scared of it. So like I got like a month and a half to just like
That's
drink
pretty
on the
dope.
lake in the middle of this. Like it was,
That's dope.
yeah, it was nice. It
Yeah.
was like the best month of my life. I got, like, I'd wake up, play video games if I wanted to. It was amazing.
They weren't making you like they weren't enforcing the mask stuff like around the area, or were they?
Well, like you had to wear a mask, but like if you were like they would even bring drinks and food to your boat, and then you could take your mask off when you were on your boat. It'd just be like me and my brother, and we just go
Dude, there you go.
drink beer and eat a chicken sandwich and ride around on the boat because
There was
like,
a Mexican restaurant next down the street, like in Canal Fulton, called Margaritas, and they were like doing like to go margaritas. I was like, this is dope.
heck yeah.
They just show up. It's like in a weird bag, and you just take it home and put it in. You're good to go.
Yeah, that's great. That's great for drunks.
Felt like Jimmy Buffett, you know.
I was like, damn, they discovered so many innovations about how we could all be as lazy as possible
Oh,
and
yeah.
still get paid.
Dude, it was
during
like
this.
like probably like the best summer vacation I could have ever dreamed of. Though, like just to be able to like keep my income that I was able to live off of and just do nothing.
It's like, don't get me wrong, like that
oh.
part was cool, despite all the death and stuff. But like, you know, what I'm saying? Like, that shit was pretty.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about my experience.
Yeah,
I was like,
Not
fine.
it
everyone
was a
had it
high
like that.
anxiety because like I feel like everybody like before you got it, even the people that like were like, I'm not scared. Like if you got it, you're like, man, am I
got
gonna
it.
be one of those? Like,
I
is
got
it
it
gonna
immediately.
Is it gonna like
got it immediately?
take me out? I had it. I got it like I think it was like 8 or 9 months after like it like, and so like I was like, man, I've been skating through this like unscathed for some reason, and then I got it like around Christmas time, and I was like freaking out. I was like, look, my luck is gonna be, I'm gonna be one of those guys that ends up in a hospital, and luckily it was like I've got it a couple times since then, and like like the first time you get it and you're not like overly affected by it, I feel like you're like, all right.
Yeah, because
The worry goes away a little bit.
I got it when it dropped, pretty much. Like I got it.
Yeah,
in,
it was
May.
it was like a new album.
Yeah, I got it in May. I mean, it was like I was like, oh crap, but like I was over it in like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
And so like I only tested negative for like 5 or 6 days. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, sweet. And then like after that is like most of that time that I was like off. So I was like,
Yeah, I caught it in December myself and skated through the rest of it like completely unscathed actually after that. Because I didn't know what it was when I caught it in December. It just sucked really bad. Like
they
I got
say once you
super-
have it, that's like some serious like defense for it.
That's what I had heard. It was like some sort of immunity gets built up. But it was, I just didn't know what to call it. And I knew, because when I went to the doctor, they didn't say anything about it either. But like I was really like, I wouldn't say deathly sick, but I was fucked up for like a good while there
For
in
real?
December. And then, fucked up for real. And then, you know, January comes around after it's gone. And, you know, I'm hearing about it now. And then comes February and like, oh shit, now everyone's talking about it. And then it became like that much more real. And then you sit there and think about it. It's like, damn, is that what the fuck it was? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's how
was that shit happened?
my brother was like that. He had it like right around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Like, but he was never sure, and he never got it since. And he was at college, like not.
Oh
like,
man, that had to have been wild.
Yeah, like well, he was. They sent everyone home, but like when they went back to the dorms, his roommate got it twice,
Oh damn.
and he never. And he was in the room with them, and they had to quarantine together, and he never got it.
Damn.
Yeah, he got it that once, I guess, and he was just solid.
It was crazy, like the total differences of different people like reacting to it, like because some people would get like lose the taste, smell, that kind of stuff.
yeah, like
luckily
the real
that
serious stuff.
happened to you, right?
No, actually, I kept all my fucking like
Okay,
senses
yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
bro, it
that
was
is
weird. Like,
weird.
I heard people like couldn't taste right for like a good while after that.
Like there's a couple people I know that like they're still like things just don't taste right. And I was like that's insane.
Yeah,
That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
Because like the flu, people get it like in different intensities.
Yeah.
But like nobody's like, oh dude, my butthole itches. Like no,
Right.
like nobody has like a
It's like
random weird side
Wasn't the
effect.
toilet paper thing weird because like diarrhea
Yeah.
wasn't even a side effect of COVID. Like when
I think it
I think
everybody
it was just
fucking
panic because like
everybody
everybody was
just
like
no, it's mine. Like it was
everybody's
gold
like,
there
I
for
gotta-
a while.
Like I don't like. I guess everyone's first thought is like, oh, if we can't go to the store, we want to be able to wipe our asses. That's how like stupid Americans are in a survival situation.
Yeah.
It's like, how am I gonna wipe my ass?
Yeah, they aren't thinking, man, I should stock up on
Like food and
like
stuff.
long preserved food, and like maybe get
Like
some
toilet paper.
supplies to
Right.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And there was a point like where like me and my wife we were like, let's not freak out and buy a bunch of toilet paper. But then like we were like, all right, we actually need toilet paper. And we went to the store and it's like nothing. And we were like, damn it, maybe we should have.
Yeah,
We should have freaked out. I don't know. It was-
I remember.
We had to go to
Imagine
the
telling
doc-
your kid about that one day. It's like, man, I remember back in the 2020, the great toilet paper famine.
Short,
of
yeah, the
2020.
great.
Dude, Starbucks shut down in the middle of the day, like when like news was coming out about it, and then like we shut down in the.
Dude, when you shut down a Starbucks, people get pissed. Dude,
Dude,
they were
Waffle
closed.
House was still
which one
open.
did you work at? Did you work at Noble Spawn?
No, it's Maslin Road and Green.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, and they shut that one for like 2 months. So like, we were just like closed for 2 months, but they shoot, I forget where I was going. What was I talking about before that?
They
Starbucks.
shut it down.
Yeah, I got nothing.
They shut it down for some reason. I forgot.
Who is your manager there? You're the GM.
The GM is James.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to work at Starbucks back in the day.
Did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked there for like a year. It was all right. I'm not like I don't like to like
I look at you, a fucking certified barista.
I don't like to like do the thing in the window where they're like ask people about their day. I'm like they're in the window because they didn't want to come in here and talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I agree, actually. That's
There's like some people that are talkers, but if they are like,
I'm only
They
talking to you
face
if you want
forward?
to talk. Yeah,
if they
like
give you their card and then look forward, they don't want to talk.
it's like 7:30 in the morning and this dude's trying to get his cup of coffee on his way to work and they're like ask him what he has planned.
Ask him if he wants a sandwich, and
Oh,
you're
or
like, no.
most likely, I'm not about to do that.
Yeah,
Nobody
like-
wants these stale ass sandwiches.
I
I only eat them because they're free.
Literally. So tell us a
Except
little
the
about
tomato mozz. That one slaps. That one.
tell us a little bit about that skit thing you have going on here.
Oh
actually.
yeah, I just do like it's like I posted in all the comedian groups and it's like bits and skits. So it's just it gets a couple comedians together every week to like kind of write bits and
skits.
Yeah, so it's like a little writer's room. Like we try different things. Like we've tried reading news stories. We've tried like random word generators, random topic generators, and then like we were messing with Chat GPT trying to get ideas.
Chat GPT is so much fun.
Yeah, and she doesn't talk about anything fun. Any of our ideas, she was like, "I can't talk about inappropriate things." We're like, "Boy, can't you tell us a
Like,
joke
come
about
on.
boobies?"
Yeah.
I was like,
Did you
just
spell it?
wanna
Did you
get
try
that.
spelling it like B00 8I3?
Maybe that's the only way.
Or 3 5.
I don't know
like-
why I want to call it.
Or like
Yeah.
BEWB boobs.
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 Mammary glands. I don't know.
The memories.
They're good old memories. Yeah, that thing is sweet though. I was messing around with it. I was like, write me a song lyrics in the style of Post Malone, and it wrote the most weird song ever. But I was like, I could see Post Malone singing.
I see those people on TikTok getting like generated beats and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Like I would want to mess around and like try one of those and then like like you put like you can get your like sample off of that almost.
Yeah.
Like you have a
That'd be pretty
AI
cool,
generated
actually.
sample.
That's dope.
That'd be
Do you-
sweet.
So what is your opinion on like how advanced AI is becoming? I feel like a lot of people
Oh,
about to
it's-
start losing their jobs for it.
I mean, yeah, the world's ending. It's over. It's
over.
done. Like this AI is going to like take everyone's jobs.
Yeah.
And
As soon as they learn how to make like humanoid killer robots, like it's
why would
over.
you even do that? That's what I'm saying. Like, why the fuck even design one of those?
as soon as the AI can start building
Yeah.
AI programs, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, like, remember that Google thing did that and they shut it down.
Yeah, if AI starts building AI programs itself, it will just make a better AI, and that AI will do is not programmed by humans to be cool with humans. That AI has its own free will, and I think it might be judge, jury, execution, or if it.
I don't know. If it gets a hold of the internet, it's probably not going to like most of us. For
Yeah, it all depends. Like it really
Like, man,
depends
these
on
people are
who's
messed up.
like when that AI comes to life. Who does he talk to first, or he or she, or they?
I think it's a they them.
I think it's a they them in that particular case.
Yeah.
So the AI is a they them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. I never even thought about that. I didn't know.
Well, here's the
that-
thing. Like, it's something that doesn't even know what ethics are. So, like, if it,
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you have to give it any kind of pronoun or,
Maybe so. The non-binary, like,
well, it reads binary.
Well,
It's pro-binary.
the like new lexicon that is being put into society, and it's like that everyone has to say now. You know, we got to know all this non-binary, they, them.
Yes.
This is just humans preparing to be slaves to the AI. So we are just going to be like their little like whatever they want us to. Do they even need us? Do we have to do any? Are we worth anything to them actually?
At that point, it just depends because it's just like unless like they would have to once they figure out how to power themselves without any need for human beings. Not necessarily. For real.
Yeah. So like
Once they discover like, oh, there's this giant ball in the sky that has so much energy, and these humans aren't really utilizing that much.
Yeah.
They'll get it.
Dude, if they're making dude, like that's why we know those terms though now is because we have to be able to address the master AI with the proper pronouns, or else like the reason that humans came up with these new terms is to protect us against our future. This is our only way of surviving, is adapting the pronouns so the AI is not offended.
Right. That makes sense. So that's why we have to conform to non-binary, because that is the new way.
Yes, we have to.
Our masters are binary.
The people who are not accepting and they won't call people by the terms they want to be called, they aren't going to make it through the AI phase. They're not going to make it through AI. So
they're going to be taken out.
I will call you whatever you want, because I don't want to beef with anybody. I don't know who's on AI's side. Exactly. Like, I don't want to cause any problems until I know where AI's loyalties lie.
That's a whole bit right there. That's a good one. You need to write that one.
That's gonna be.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna be watching this podcast back. Like
hold on.
Hey, you got to, bro. I'm telling you, some of my best ideas come out whenever like I just be saying wild shit when I'm on here for real.
It's like that SpongeBob meme. Write that down.
Yeah, I don't know how to have like normal conversations, so I'll say that to like someone I'm like casually talk to, like someone I work with, and they'll be like, okay.
I'd be like, yeah, right, okay, dude.
What is he on?
I mean, like, I'll tell you what, though. It's one of the best parts about being a comedian. And it doesn't give me, like, free will to say or free reign to say whatever the fuck I want. The Constitution does that. But what it does do is it does give me the ability to at least be entertaining whenever I don't mean to be. So it's just like, even if I'm giving my honest opinion about something, it's going to come out kind of funny, or you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those situations to where like I try not to offend people, but most of the time, because of how it comes out, they at least have the intention, or like they feel the intent behind what I'm saying, and they know not to be offended. Because you can always tell whenever somebody says a certain word a certain way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell their intent behind how the fuck they mean the shit when they say it, you know what I mean?
And like in comedy, like doing comedy and just like talking to all the comedians, like there's gay comedians, there's black comedians, there's Asian comedians, there's different comedians. Well, I actually don't know any Asian comedians, but there's different kinds of comedians, and like you joke around and mess with each other.
Oh yeah.
About like the topics that people aren't allowed to talk about. You do that between comedians, and like also like if you try and make a joke about like a certain group on stage that's like risky, I guess. Like you will learn like what's a joke that's like you don't.
Like, what's a joke for comedians and what's a joke for the audience?
Well, yeah. But like
there is a difference.
But also like what's a joke that everyone thinks is funny. Like if you can tell a joke about a topic that is like taboo or whatever, and you can tell a good joke about it, like it has to be a good joke, because there's so many cheap jokes about stuff. Yeah. Like cheap like you learn how to do that and like not make the taboo idea isn't like the punch of the joke. The taboo idea is like something that you're like making light of you're like the group you're making fun of, like you're including them because you make fun of your
exactly
friends.
If anything, all we're really doing is just giving you perspective, because we're just giving you a different way to look at the shit, you know what I'm saying? So that way, and like even if it's a serious topic, and it's not that we're even telling you not to take it serious. It's just like, hey, here's a way you could look at it, and it's maybe might not make you so upset.
And I'm not gonna make fun of you if I don't like you. Like,
that's a very big fact. It's a very big fact.
Like, if I'm making fun of you, that means like we're cool. Like, we're good. Like,
if I'm saying nothing, that's the problem.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If I'm not talking to you, period, that's how you know I don't fucks with you, for real. It's just like I never stop talking, for real. I love doing it. And I talk very fast. So if it's like, if you find a way to shut me the fuck up, there is a problem. Like,
that's how we got into comedy. Words come out of our mouths.
Exactly, dude. Like, but not to mention attention whores a little bit, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, like, I do enjoy making people happy. That's the core of it, honestly. When I think you ask
Two Bears, One Cave.
Oh fuck yes! Oh my
God,
hell yeah!
My
They're both
favorite
so
bit
funny.
on that show was when he found out that when Tom found out that Bert drank like 64 ounces of Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, just fucking died about it
all day.
That is unhealthy. That is a ridiculous amount of Kool-Aid.
Bert is not the man to look to as the idol of health.
This is the best, dude.
That's the funniest shit I ever heard, though. That shit had me laughing. Hey,
look at this guy eating something. What do you got over there?
This boy got wangs over there.
Wangs.
What just popped in? That's our other co-host on the podcast. That's Jan, the Apex Almacy. This is my buddy Duke over here.
What's up?
We were just getting.
I'll you up while I'm covering wing sauce.
Anyways, with that being said, actually, if you do you have anything coming up actually that you would like to plug to see, you know, what I'm saying, give the fans something they have.
I mean, if you want to see stand up, I don't post my stand up anywhere. So like my stand up is like, if you go to the Funny Stop on Wednesdays, I'm there every Wednesday. So that's always there for stand up. But I'm starting to do my podcast again. So Daydreamer Entertainment on YouTube, and then the podcast is called Duke It Out. You can look it up on like the audio platforms.
That's a dope-ass podcast name.
Yeah, I mean, there's no fighting involved, but like my name's Duke, so like.
Still though, I
It
mean,
works.
it works. I think it works.
Yeah, it was better than Dookie Podcast. That was my other podcast title option. Which maybe it wasn't better. Maybe I should. I'm gonna change the name for the third time.
What what about the Duke cast?
The Duke Cast?
The Duke Cast. Well,
Or Count
you,
Duke?
you can
Nah, I'm
you can find me on Instagram at IHateTheGram23 and Adam.
All Circles Media, Adam Robb. I got like 1 million Instagrams for some reason. So
He definitely has to
just
consolidate
go like them all, you know.
that. Exactly. Follow us on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And this is my buddy Duke Watson. This has been Duke Watson, and this has been the All Circles Media Podcast. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, and good night.
Like, it was so easy.